Hello and welcome to Burning Questions, where the questions are hot and the wings are hotter. I am Levi Adams, your host for today, and with me today we have
Mr. Cook.
So, I guess we just get right into this.
Okay. I might just pour it on. We're just going for the whole thing. Levi, I'm going to try to show you up here.
So, first question is, what is your role here as a social worker?
So as a school social worker, my main focus is helping students with any social emotional needs. But I also run social groups with some of our students in the special education program, as well as just being a general education student, social worker, and help with any needs that come up.
So, with that, we are moving on to our second wing.
Told you, just gotta go for it. That one's really tasty. Really tasty.
Yeah, that one's good. So, I also hear you're a football coach here at the school.
Yep.
So, what is your role here as a football coach?
As a football coach, I coach as a defensive coordinator for the freshman and sophomore team, but I also assist out on varsity, identifying a lot of formations and stuff like that during the games. But yeah, it's just been a kind of a great way to transition from the previous school I was at into Grayslake North to meet some of the students I don't typically work with.
Sounds good. On to the next one.
Not gonna pour out for me. All right. I'm gonna have to check that ingredient. That was a weird twang to it. I like it.
Yeah, I like that. So, what are your opinions so far on the success of our varsity team this year?
I absolutely love winning. Very competitive person. So just seeing our varsity guys go 4-0, just from the previous years, especially the COVID season, which kind of threw a lot of our older athletes off. I love the success, and I just hope it keeps coming.
So, wing number 4.
I don't know about you, but I am feeling it. So
I'm feeling it a little bit.
now I'm gonna go sit in my hot office.
For those of you who do not remember, this was our hottest sauce from last season.
You don't say that before I'm about to eat it. I lost my taste, but we're still going.
This one gets a little toasty.
I would agree.
So, how is the team preparing this year for the success that we hope to continue on?
Yeah, our athletes have really bought, oh my gosh, have really bought into just kind of the program's success. Being in the weight room, being at practice, just kind of the whole buy-in, watching film, showing up to practice. It's all been a kind of a collaborative group. It's like we said, hot wings, hot ones. All right, taking a sip here.
I don't have anything.
Well, that's on you.
Yep.
All right.
Let's keep going.
Am I going to be able to taste this one? We don't know.
Wow.
I'm ready.
So, how do you feel like your role as a social worker and your role as a football coach kind of tie in together?
Oh, I think just being on the mental health side of the school really helps me connect with students on a different way than their teachers do. It just helps me kind of see maybe some of the internal struggles that are going on. And then also being on the football team, you know, a lot of times we look at athletes not to have as many mental health struggles, but that's just not the case. And it helps me advocate for them on a different regard.
And then without further ado, it's on to our last wing. This is it.
Sick day.
I'm a little nervous for this one.
I think insanity needs to be moved towards the end.
Oh, that's hot.
Yep.
So,
It's kind of warm all around.
what do you notice in athletes from the perspective of a social worker?
Well, I really identify leadership qualities, and I try to extend kind of extra skills to those particular athletes. When it comes to finding student leaders in a school, a lot of times we look up to athletes, and I don't think that's a bad platform to be leaders on. But it does not discount, you know, students in other clubs, groups that aren't necessarily athletic oriented to step up and be leaders in the school.
Well, congratulations, you've officially climbed our heat mountain and survived our challenge today, or so I hope. So, you can look at the camera and what's going on in your life?
Friday night, the game. I'm sure there's a ton of other sports meets and competitions going up at the end of this week. As also be on the lookout for clubs and other social groups starting up in the next few days. Thank you for having me.
Well, congratulations once again. I'm Levi Adams, and this has been Burning Questions.